Bless the Lord, everybody. This is Reverend G from G Paris Media Group and the Covering Show. And I'm here to take out the time to introduce to you Lakeisha McKnight. And she's going to be talking about some very great issues as far as women is concerned. And she's going to be giving us information about leadership and her conference that she's having on May the 27th. God bless you. This is Lakeisha.
Just want to share with
God
you a
bless
little bit
you.
of information about um, me being able to occupy the award first and foremost with Achi Magazine. Uh, that was definitely a prestigious honor to be able to obtain that particular award because, as mentioned, there were so many other women who were nominated for the opportunity. But it was a humbling opportunity to be announced the Orator Award for 2014. And, there are so many women out there who have great messages to share. And just because one obtained the award doesn't mean that we're not all inclusive in winning and being able to share and impact the lives of other people with our words. So I just want to say that, and that I represent every female who has a message to share. And so it's not just my award, but it's all of our awards. Um, but it's just an honor to be able to have been given that opportunity. So, yes, professional speaking is my baby. I do enjoy sharing my message, and wherever God opens up the door, I'm able to just dive in. You definitely have to be ready, when you're given the opportunity to share a message. And so I try to be ready in most cases with something to share with that particular audience. And so I've been given the honor to share my message in Africa, in Asia, and other places. And so wherever God leads me, that's where I'm going to go. I'm quite sure you probably feel the same way for those of you who are watching this particular video. So it's just been an honor. It's been a journey. It hasn't, of course, just started here in Virginia and being a part of the ACHI Awards organization, but being able to just really seek out what it is that God would have me to do. What is my purpose? And I'm quite sure everyone, is trying to figure out what is it that God has called you to do? What is it that He wants you to do in this season of your life? And so I've been given the opportunity to just sit, and it's important to be able to sit and try to hear, what is it that you need to be doing? What direction, what turns do you need to make in this particular season of your life? And so, and one season it was focused on leadership, and then I kind of focused more specifically on professional speaking, but it came back around, looped back around to leadership. And so, leadership is overall my baby. And so, that's what helped to really birth the brand that many of you probably see out there on social media, which is Leadership TKO. I'm not sure, of course, if you can see it specifically, but it's on the shirt at this particular moment, and we do have subdivisions. So we have Leadership TKO, which means, of course, TKO is an acronym. It actually stands for Truths That Have Kept the Overcomer. Truths that have kept the overcomer. And we all know that as leaders, there are certain principles that are applicable across all industries, right? Including for us, as parents or as spouses inside of our homes, there are certain principles that apply across the board. And so we talk about that within the brand. Now, this particular brand is housed under my limited liability company that's based here in Chesapeake, Virginia. And we do have subdivisions. So, in addition to just being Leadership TKO, we also have Leadership TKO for authors that was recently launched. And the focus is Leadership TKO for women. And that's really what I would love to share with you more information about. And you definitely can visit the website to learn more as well, because there's information on there as we speak. But with Leadership TKO for women, of course, as indicated, it's specifically for women, where we're helping to build women across the globe as leaders. And we have a unique way in which we're doing it. Now, when I say we, I've actually partnered up with 5 other women to do that. Takara Steele, Shalia McDaniel, Maricela Messner, Dr. Remy Douye, as well as Cheryl Harris Sutton. All of these women, we've come together to build female leaders across the globe. And we actually launched this subdivision in Bangkok at the end of February, early March. And we did that at a women's leadership conference there, and had the unique ability just to connect with other women from all around the world, from Serbia, Australia, um, Germany, and other places. And so it was definitely an experience being in another continent such as Asia. Very different in the way that they do things, but they were very welcoming as well. So that's where we actually launched the subdivision of this brand. And when you go to the website, which is leadershiptkoforwomen.com, what you'll probably find is information about the entire campaign. And it's actually a campaign where women across the world are unifying as one, and coming together to declare boldly to the world, to traditionalists, to those who may have a religious mindset, that they are women and that they're born to lead. And that's what this campaign is truly all about, letting people know that despite our background, despite the mistakes that may have been made, despite the struggles that we may continue to endure and overcome, we are women and that we are born to lead. And not only that, we are addressing common issues that women face all around the world. Anything from human sex trafficking to wage inequality, to being overlooked for promotions, sexual harassment, parenting children who are autistic, mental health disorders, all of these issues, of course, that women face, including physical health ailments.
So, Lakeisha, now that you've told a bit about yourself and your mission, and we see that she has a global movement.
Yes.
How long have you been studying under John Maxwell?
Wow. I've actually been following him for quite some time. I know I used to get emails from him all the time. But as far as close mentorship now, it's been actually started since the top of 2016. So I would say January 2016.
So prior to that, January 2016,
Right.
How long have you been in your business, your entrepreneurship?
Wow. I've actually started in business. That would be in might have been 1999, okay. 2000, around that time. Mm-hmm.
So you're about to celebrate 17 years?
Yes. Okay. Yes.
So I always tell people that, I look at business as life.
Yes.
And don't think that you're going to be able to accomplish everything just starting to walk.
Right.
Most people look at it from a microwave perspective. It's that boom, bam, And I always tell people, listen now, it's just a one night stand.
Right.
And it's even when you continue, we're going to do something, have this grand idea, but the idea is only a one shot deal. Right. And if you ever want to get anything right, you have to continue to do it as if you're the little turtle that may not have gotten there when the first of the crowd got there, but the little turtle made it in his own time.
Right.
And so therefore, I always look at that from a longevity perspective. How long is this going to last? And I always look at it from the perspective of Social Security. I tell people all the time, listen, if you marry this man, don't get rid of it until after 10 years. And if he even asks you to divorce him, say no. Especially if you got a job. Because after 10 years, you got his Social Security check at the end of the game. You got something. So therefore, when you say, well, we're going to end the marriage, it's considered a lifetime, long-lasting relationship if it's 10 years.
Right.
If you've done anything for 10 years, it's long-lasting. We keep the tenacity going and don't let go, even though hard times come. Even if it comes to some type of abuse in that marriage, you can separate.
Yes.
But get what you rightfully deserve. You deserve to be able to take his Social Security number down to the Social Security place, and if he's older or whatever, or made more money, get the check at the end of the game, because it was a marriage. So I see business as a partnership and marriage, whether you partnership with your husband or a partnership with the other 5 or 4 women that you're partnership with,
Hmm.
each one of them have a portion of share
Yes.
as to what they bring to the table.
Correct.
And it's imperative that you have something to bring
Hmm.
to the table.
Hmm. Yeah.
And what you bring to the table should be good for each person's soul, spirit, and stomach.
Hmm. Hmm. Right.
Because, like the natural food,
Hmm.
I've seen some people bring some food to the table that you just not eating that.
Right. It's interesting that you're mentioning that, but I'll let you continue. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, expound.
No, no, no. I was just saying, it just really depends on, um, the lifestyle that people would like to maintain as well. Because recently, with me shifting and changing my lifestyle, I'm quite sure, of course, that people may not necessarily eat everything that I eat at this particular moment. Now, I'm not necessarily what they would call a traditional. Well, I'm eating healthier. Let me put it this way: in transition soon to being a vegan. Not a vegan yet, but transitioning. So I'll be there. But everyone, of course, has their own journey, and everyone will need to figure out what's best for them as far as what they're going to feed themselves. So,
Okay,
yeah.
so John Wells
Yeah.
Maxwell leadership came in 2016.
Yes, it
Prior
did.
to that, what type of leadership model were you using, or you just was?
Well, actually, I did go to and receive a little training from Regent University through their Global Leadership and Entrepreneurship program. So I did receive training from there as well. And of course, I was under the study of Bishop Courtney Macbeth and so many others, probably Rod Parsley virtually, and so many others out there that I really looked up to as far as being a leader when it comes to leadership.
So, if you were to find your leadership style, how would which leadership model
Right.
would you? Which one?
I would use actually servant leadership.
A servant leader. Okay.
Hmm.
So, to explain to the people what actually servant leadership is.
Okay. Well, servant leadership is really all about leading from your heart, and really connecting and ministering to those, of course, who need your guidance. Because we all know what leadership is, according to my mentor, Dr. John Maxwell, is nothing more than influence. So your ability to influence by way of moving and helping one person move from one state to the next through the provision of empowering words or resources. And so this is how I see servant leadership.
So let me give you a case scenario as far as your leadership is
Hmm.
concerned. You a leader of women,
Uh-huh.
and with women there are a lot of personality.
Hmm. Correct.
That's why I wore the hat called boss,
Hmm.
because everybody wants to be the boss. Okay,
Hmm.
and so a lot of times when my mom, when I have the earrings and I have the necklace, and they say, "Who you think you're the boss of?"
Right.
And I'm like, "I'm the boss of me."
Right. Hmm. Right.
That's why I wear a hat,
Hmm.
to say I'm not you. So what signal you get from the hat,
Right.
it doesn't have anything to do with you. It
Hmm.
all has to do with me
Right.
and being able to maintain and knowing that I have to boss this.
Right. Correct.
I'm
Right.
in command of this.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so we have sometimes intimidation
Right.
as when it comes to who's in charge,
Hmm.
or people who come into your circle
Hmm.
only to get the little that you have
Right.
and take it back to be what I call duplication of process.
Hmm.
And then comes division. Well, I got what you got, and so I'm only here for the moment. Here we go, one night stand.
Hmm.
So, how do you handle, or how do you discern
Hmm.
whether you know that this is just for a moment?
Now, are you referring to the mission itself
Now,
being
the
just for a
mission you
moment?
know already
Uh-huh.
is fulfilled,
Right.
but those women who come under your
Okay.
tutelage,
Okay. Okay.
and can you discern if they're going to be able to have the longevity to
Got it.
stick with it?
Got it. Got it. That a lot of it has to do with discernment. For me, I believe that God has equipped me with the ability to discern and to observe. Because
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your host, G. Paris, and we'd like to thank Lakeisha for her kind words and of inspiration and for her words of wisdom. This is G. Paris Media Group signing off. God bless you and continue